Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This was a long wait for this one. We had to wait a couple weeks after the international break, and then we had that bad loss, which I didn't react to on the weekend. But we're here today to break things down. Just give you a rundown of the team performance and how we can improve. But today was a really good win, mind you. Um, there are things we did good today, and there are a lot of things and there are a few things actually that we've done bad today, and we could improve on. But during the first 12 minutes of that game, um, I think Brentford defended really well. I gotta give them credit first. They were at it. They had a good organization in the back line. They just it was very hard to break that team down, but that's the job of a big team, to break this little teams down. That's what you do as a big team if you actually going to be a title contender, and that's why we're almost 20 points off Arsenal. So yeah, this is the things you have to do as a big team. You have to break the little teams down, and that's how you win. That's how you stay at the top. But it was a very good win today against the very Brentford side was very determined, and yeah, they weren't really giving much away, but we went in there and it was a hard graft. We showed some grit and we got the win. But first of all, like I said, the first 12 minutes of the game were lethargic. You see, Shaw misplaced a few passes at the beginning of the game. Um, a lot of players were being indecisive with the passing, and we lost the ball a few times where we weren't really supposed to. So, yeah, that's definitely something the coach has to look at. But at the end of the day, we got out of that mental rut, and we started playing better after the first 12 minutes. Um, I gotta give credit to Sabitzer. He kept making those runs even though the crosses or the passes weren't coming and the long balls weren't coming, but he kept giving those runs, and that really helped the team. It picked the team up mentally. You need to have this kind of players that'll keep giving even though there's no reason to give. So yeah, Bruno as well. I gotta give him a shout out. He kept delivering those searching balls. Anthony was immense today. He was giving those searching balls, and his passing was good. His link-up play was good with Dallo in the midfield. Anthony, he put in a shift today, you have to say. He should be a contender for man of the match. But yeah, what else? Yeah, so we weren't really breaking plays as consistently as we should. If you look at Man City, if you look at Arsenal, the teams we're trying where we should be, they they don't they're not on the back foot for too long. They always win the ball back and they keep possession. That's where we need to that's where we need to get to. And you could say the reason was McTominay being in the midfield or whatever, but the point is we're not at the standard where we should be at, and maybe players like McTominay and almost other players, a lot of other players aren't supposed to be in this team in the long term. But this is not a reaction to put down what the players have done today. They did really good. McTominay, I gotta say, was immense. He was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm gonna show you guys why I got all the plaudits on from the international break, and where he scored 2 goals for his national team. He did well today. I think most of that was due to the coaches or Ten Hag telling him to keep it simple. And what I gotta give him credit for is that he wasn't caught out of position. He was there to make the tackles when needed. It was immense. Um, but yeah, we need to work on regaining possession quickly and getting at it, going keep because once you keep going and going at the defenders, you're gonna break the play. And those searching balls, passes, cutting edge passes, those are things we need in this team, and that's the way to move forward. But yeah, Sabitzer was making forward runs. He did great. Contender for the man of the match award for me. He was immense today. I think he gave that dashing run. And that was not the only time, but he did that a number of times before the goal by Rashford. He gave a dashing run. Um, Anthony found him with that sweet left foot cross, um, and Sabitzer headed it to Rashford, and that was a rocket of a goal. But yeah, Sabitzer was immense, and like I mentioned, Bruno, his forward plays was very positive. It was one of the reasons that game took a turn because we started very we started poorly, to be honest. I think we started poorly, and to be honest, Shaw's hamstring injury might have been a blessing in disguise. Because when Malaysia came on, Malaysia, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. But when he came on, he gave us what we needed: intensity, quick passing. He didn't hold the ball for too long. I think that was just what was needed for this game. And Shaw was obviously probably a better player overall than Malaysia, but Malaysia gave us a lot in this game, and he's the best backup option on the left back, in my opinion, in the Premier League. Um, he's a gem. He's a gem. Um, yeah, I'm so happy we got him. But yeah, shout out to Malaysia. Um, like I said, McTominay, he kept it simple in this game. I think we've touched on that. Anthony was good with his forward plays. Sancho, we gotta get to Sancho. Sancho, his touches were good. Patience, you always get that with Sancho, but I think he's lacking a bit of confidence from this season, and he needs to find his form. He needs to find his form. There's a lot of things that he could do better. Taking an example with Rashford. Rashford is always going at the defenders. He's very positive. There was a switch in his mindset from last season, and I think Sancho has to keep working on that aspect of his game as well as mentally. He he needs to get there. He needs to. There are a lot of times Sancho got the ball, like we whipping a cross or a long ball, and he gets it under control, and usually, like any winger should do, you go at the defenders and cut in, and you score. That's what Sancho usually does. Is what his game should be about, or what his game was about. And we didn't see that from him today. He would cut in, he wouldn't take a shot, and he would just be too patient with it, and then pass it to someone else. The confidence is not there. We're not seeing a very confident Sancho. But hopefully, with the team Ten Hag has behind him, we could get Sancho to where he should be. Because selling Sancho, I don't think is the right way to go about it for this summer transfer window coming up. I think there's more to Sancho than we're seeing, and we might have to be a bit patient with him, even though that really sucks. And I gotta say, it does suck, but we need him. We need him to pick up some confidence and go at the defenders. Show some grit. But yeah, um, next point we're gonna touch on. Oh yeah, Martinez. Martinez was awesome today. He was absolutely brilliant. The highlight of the game, bro. Did you see the Caesar's kick he did to clear that ball off of the defensive area? I was like, what? That's something you see on FIFA, bro. He just, he just, he just cleared that with a Caesar's kick. Like, what? That was absolutely brilliant. That was the highlight of his game today. But he did a lot of good today. Obviously, his passing is always consistent. I usually say to play him in the midfield, but the manager knows what he's doing to insist that he keeps playing that defensive role. But yeah, and I also think Lindelof is a really good backup option. So I think if he decides to put Martinez in the midfield, he'll do a very good job for us in the midfield. But um, it's not about that today. Um, he did well defensively. He was awesome. Contender for man of the match, definitely. I've mentioned three names now. Sabitzer. Um, you could put Rashford in there. We got Martinez in there. Um, Bruno, not so much, but yeah. Sabitzer, man of the match. Yeah, yeah. I think you can give it to Sabitzer also, but Rashford also played well. He was very positive. He kept going at defenders. He didn't stop, even when he lost the ball a few times. Mm, his forward runs were really good. And that's what you ask of a forward player. His take-ons were positive, and you need that mentality from your forward players. Lastly, Varane did well today. Rolls Royce, Varane. He did what was needed to be done. Simple passes and plays. He misplaced one pass one time during the game. I was like, but he did well. He did well. Him and Martinez is such a good combo at the back. And yeah, the substitutes, like I said, Malaysia did great. He did great coming on at that time. Was a lot of ask and without really having to warm up much. And he just fit right in. Fred came off for Sabitzer and he did okay as well. Standard performance. He could have scored a few times, I think. Um, I think Martial came on for Sancho. Yeah, Martial came on for Sancho, and he showed how well his link-up play could work with the team, and it's very positive because Martial and Rashford have that connection with them, right? So yeah, he came in and he did little intricate plays. Never really resulted in anything in a goal or anything, but that's also credit to Brentford with the way they organized the backline, and they give us a torrid time in the game most times, especially in the second half. De Gea, I gotta say, De Gea, shout out to De Gea, he made a good save. Uh, I'm not sure where that ball hit him, but he obviously risked a lot to save that. Um, yeah, he did good at the back. What are we missing? Yeah, Lindelof came in for Anthony, and I didn't really see much of him in the game, but he did okay. Um, he did okay, and we cruised to much needed victory. And I have to say, Ten Hag, his substitutions were bang on today. The timing of the substitutions were bang on, and he helped us retain that lead, and that was really needed. We needed that victory today. We could not lose that game. We could not afford to lose that game, bro. And I'm really happy with this one. I've been getting bantered by the Arsenal fans and whatnot, but you can see like we're progressing here. There's a track record of progression, and there might be a few players who need to kick out, but also